What's up, guys? It's Tony from Streetball Strategies, where we use strategy to build your streetball legacy. Today I want to talk to you guys about this extraordinary opportunity we have right now and how we can take advantage of it to the best of our ability. I, of course, am talking about the coronavirus. Everybody's talking about the coronavirus. More specifically, I'm talking about the quarantine that's going to keep all of us inside at home for about the next 2 months. Now, obviously, this is an unprecedented event for all of us, for everybody. But more specifically for us as streetball players, the reason it's so unprecedented and so important is because nobody is competing right now. Not a basketball player on the planet. No one should be on the court with or against anybody right now. I'm sure there are people who are still playing basketball in groups of people. Those people are obviously irresponsible. They're physically, they're healthily, they're socially irresponsible. You should not be playing basketball with or against anybody for the next couple of months. So we're going to work under the assumption that no one is competing right now. Not a basketball player on the planet right now is competing. Therefore, that playing field is level, meaning for the next 2 months, all basketball players are not competing. That is unprecedented. That has never happened, and if we're lucky, it'll never happen again. So, what do we do with this precious gift of time that we have for 2 months of no competing? Just take a second to think about that, guys. Think about how no one, not a single basketball player on the planet is competing right now. No average streetball player is competing right now. None of us will be for the next couple months. Maybe if you're rich and you can play at your house against your brothers or sisters or cousins or whoever, because they live with you, they're part of your household, maybe then you're getting practice and competition in over the next couple months. But for those of us who are just average streetball players, for the next couple months, no one, not a single streetball player is competing. Think about that. How do you use that window of time to get better because there's no competition? How do you do that? What do we do with it? How do we use it? How do we take advantage of it? Obviously, if you are just sitting around twiddling your thumbs waiting for basketball to come back so that you can get back on the court and compete, you're probably not watching this video because those of us who need the practice don't have the talent like you probably have. And so we need to take advantage of this 2-month window to improve our game as quickly as possible. So you're stuck at home, you're stuck off the court, and you're not allowed to compete. I mean, you can come out here and if you get an open court, an open net by yourself, you can shoot around, get some shots up, get some work in by yourself. But as far as competing, there's no competition. So what do? Well, luckily for us, we live in an information age where we have YouTube. So my fellow YouTubers, such as I Love Basketball TV and Ryan Rizuki Basketball and Shot Mechanics and Vision Driven Basketball, they all have workouts and drills and things you can do at home in order to improve different skills for your game. You guys should go check out those drills and you should start doing them immediately. They do help, they will help you get better, and you should start doing them and practicing them as soon as you can. But my question to you is, how seriously are you taking those drills? How seriously are you taking the workouts? How serious are you about getting better during this 2-month window? Your mentality should not be that you're just using these drills and these workouts to pass time until you can get back out here and start competing again. Your mentality should be that you're going to focus in on these drills, on those workouts, and really elevate your skill level over the next couple months. You should be taking this opportunity seriously and using it to make as much improvement as you can over the next 2 months. How do you do that? How do you make as much improvement as you can in a short window of time? One of the best ways you can do that is to make sure that you are mindful and present and focused when you're doing whatever practice, whatever drill, whatever workout you're doing. Make sure you're in the moment. Make sure you're focused on what you're doing. Do not distract yourself. Don't watch TV while you're doing these drills. Don't listen to music while you're doing the workouts. Don't listen to podcasts. Don't talk on the phone. Don't interact with anyone else. Just focus on what you're doing. Because for instance, if you're doing a dribbling drill, if you're trying to tighten up your dribble, when you're doing the drill, you're not just trying to improve the skill of dribbling. What you're also doing, what you need to keep in mind while you're doing this, is that you're teaching your brain, you're teaching your mind two very important things. One is how to absorb that information that you're practicing, how to get better at dribbling. You're teaching your mind how to absorb that information. And number two, you are teaching your mind how to store it properly. And by store it properly, I mean, one, how to remember it over the long term, for a long time, remembering it for a long period of time. And two, how to access that information instantaneously, so that you don't find yourself in a situation where you're like, what was that move, that dribble move that I was trying to do? What was it that I was practicing? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. What was it? When you're storing that information properly, you remember it for a long time and you're able to access any of it instantaneously. So whatever skill you're practicing, make sure that you're mindful of it when you're doing it. Make sure that you're focused in on performing that skill. You're not just trying to learn that skill itself, you're trying to train your brain how to absorb that information and store it properly. And any distraction you allow yourself during that process is going to slow down the efficiency of that process. Whatever discomfort comes with doing those drills, whatever difficulty comes with doing those workouts, whatever frustration comes along with trying to improve those specific skills, you want to experience all of that. You want to be mindful of it, be present for it. You want to feel all of it. And we'll talk next week about how putting yourself through that discomfort and that difficulty and hardship and frustration, we'll talk about how that will help to accelerate the efficiency process of teaching your brain how to absorb and store information. But for now, it's enough that you just do these drills, be present for them, focus in on them, and allow yourself to feel how difficult it is when you're trying to do them. The more present for these drills and workouts that you are, and the more you repeat doing those drills over and over again, the more efficient you will then become at absorbing that information and storing it properly in your mind. And that's how you use this 2-month period to make as much improvement as quickly as you possibly can. So in general, this quarantine just sucks, but remember, it's taking place for the entire world, for every basketball player on the planet. We're all quarantined, and it sucks, but we can use it to our advantage. So take this time seriously. Don't waste it. Be mindful, be present for it, and use it to your advantage to grow as fast and as efficiently as possible. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy during this quarantine period. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the backlog of all this basketball philosophy that I talk about every week. And hit that notification bell, because like I said, next week we're going to talk about how being uncomfortable doing these drills and being so locked in and focused and present in doing these drills to hone our skills, how that can help speed up the efficiency process over the next couple of months. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next week.
We're on the